Ben Jr. Last year, Jon Stewart pointed out that merely mentioning the suffering of Palestinians suffering from bombs was met with cries that it takes away from the point of Israel defending themselves. Now pointing out Hispanic lives matter and white lives matter. Oh. Are you kidding me?
I couldn't follow that. What happened?
Well, because I stopped reading because I just got exasperated.
It was a dumb point?
Yes, because Ben continues to make this dumb point.
Stop with the dumb points,
and now
Ben.
Pointing out Hispanic lives matter and white lives matter is shot down because it takes away from a slogan some black activists made, which you yourself say isn't literal.
Dude, it's also as simple as I forget who said this. So many other people made this point, so I'm not taking it. I just can't think of who. But if you saw a breast cancer awareness fundraiser, would you run through and say, but there's also prostate cancer and there's also AIDS? They're talking about a specific issue that obviously disproportionately affects black people and actually disproportionately affects Hispanic people as well. And I'm sure that could be included under that umbrella.
But this is
But
hilarious.
you're trying to obscure the issue when you say all lives matter. That's why people don't respond well to it. You're obscuring.
It's like firing Hulk Hogan for what he says privately in his own bedroom 8 years ago while being secretly recorded. I got news for you. It is...
Whoa.
Not only is your original point stupid, but it's also nothing like that. Like
Your follow-up point's also dumb.
It's so unlike that I can't even disagree with you because it's so off the wall. What you're doing is you have a basket and you have this sense of aggrievement and you're just looking for different things out there that somehow impact that aggrievement and you're putting it all into a basket. And just because you've collected all these things that make you feel bad about your own aggrievement together, that does not mean that it comes off as a rational response to other people who don't walk around with the same aggrievement. Obviously, I wouldn't say it in the AIDS ward, but if AIDS activists shouted me down for saying cancer matters at a general health conference, that's what it's like.
But you're not at a general...
You're the person doing that.
You're not at a
like, this is the guy doing that.
No, wait a second.
You're not at a general health conference.
No.
The whole issue is specifically
He's saying that Netroots Nation is like
said,
a general health conference.
I see.
And he's saying that if AIDS activists shouted me down for saying cancer matters. No. What happened is you're at a health conference and AIDS activists start screaming, we have a crisis.
In the 1980s.
There are people, yes, in the 1980s, maybe early 90s, late 80s. We have a crisis. People are dying. You're doing nothing about it. You're ignoring that it exists. You're simply saying, let it just be the gay problem. Now, this is a good analogy because this happened. And if these activists were told, look, there's other diseases, they would then shout them down more. And it would be the only way that they would get a response. So you have just completely disproved, or I should say, proved why this is so essential. Because look, the bottom line is, we're just not hearing stories of white people who are being pulled over, who police officers feel they can get away with throwing them into jail for nothing, and they end up dead. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, and that's the point. I mean, I guess maybe Hulk Hogan. All right, fight test.